So
one of those solutions could potentially be testosterone. And can you speak about that? Because, there's conflicting information, emotions. Please enlighten us.
okay. I would love to. And hopefully I don't ramble too much about this because I love it so much. And again, not the fix for everyone. So my story, as you heard, my menopause specialist was doing a functional assessment on me. So she was on the phone with me. She looked at my vitamin D, which, by the way, 80 to 90% of us are deficient in the lower mainland, so need vitamin D replacement. She looked at my B12. She looked at all these different things, all my hormones. I didn't even know she was testing my testosterone. And embarrassingly, I thought testosterone legitimately was a boy hormone. Like I knew I had a little bit, but I didn't know that it was in a significant way affecting my body. So we're on the phone together. It's like November. I'm 47. I've been on my estrogen, progesterone for a number of months. I feel good. I don't think there's anything to change, but I'm like, well, she's a specialist. She says to me at the very end, well, Kelly, I'd like to know, where's your testosterone? And I said, Natalie, if you turn to page 2, it's at the bottom. And she goes, no. Where in your body is your testosterone? And I felt like my brain was cracking. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, is this a thing? And so she said, oh yeah, absolutely. She asked me about my life. I said, oh, I'm not sure my husband will want me to be on testosterone because he already thinks I'm a dynamite stick with a really short fuse. So like this might not go well for our marriage.
Perspective of what it could do was not correct, really. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Stereotypes.
Male, it's aggression, it's hair, it's muscles, it's all of the masculine stuff. And it's not just that, right? So she put me on the testosterone and I don't know, 6 weeks later, it's like the dimmer. It's bizarre. Same visual thing. I was sitting in this auditorium at my kids' Christmas play. Oh my God, I hope my kids don't watch this. And I was sitting there, they're in their Christmas play. And I remember thinking, I should have sex with my husband tonight. Because like, I never thought that way before. It was list like number 527 on shit I needed to get done. And it just, who cares if it rises to the top? Don't touch me. Don't look at me unless the dishes are done. Everything's fine. And it's like a weekend off. I'm not interested. And I hear this all the time in the clinic, right? Like it's common. And people are like, I love my husband dearly. It's just not the headspace that I'm in. So libido, yes, it did work for me. Does it work for everyone? Not necessarily, but there's a lot of discussion about that. And so here's where the research doesn't say, yes, it sufficiently improves mood. It will prevent hip fractures. It will give you more energy. It will give you better lifting in the gym. But the stories you hear from the women like myself are like, well, yes, it does. And had I not lived this experience, I wouldn't have believed this experience. But I'm living it, and legitimately, it 100% changed my life. I have not grown facial hair. I have not gotten acne. My voice is not lower than it normally is. It's coming behind estrogen and progesterone, but the narrative still, especially in the medical world, is that it is fringy, right? And these women should be on an antidepressant or should be exercising or couples therapy. Or, have you ever thought of, yes, I've thought of it all. I've tried it all, and I still don't feel like myself. So there are testosterone receptors similar to estrogen in our brain, in our tissues. And for a lot of women that are low, and I will tell you when I do blood tests on a lot of women.
So you can find that when you have a blood test, you can find your testosterone level.
Yeah. So here's the thing. There's like your total testosterone, which is like the umbrella, but it's not all available to the tissues all the time. There's little things that mock onto it and hold it from being active. And so even though you can see it, for me, it's not what we call a red light or green light for starting people on it. If you're having these symptoms, I'll do it as a baseline to see, and again, everyone's low, so it's been easy, but it might still work for you. So will a trial hurt you? No. So is it worth it? Let's have an educated discussion about it. Talk about it. See what you think. Have agency over your body, and then you decide. So yeah, it's been a game changer for me. I'm big fan.
I'm so happy to hear that.